Hey y'all, welcome back. Today we are starting another project here in the shop. Thanks to our friends at Painless Performance Products and Summit Racing for shipping us this new wiring harness. We are going to be working on a 75 C30. So he's pulling it on in the shop now. Get started putting this new painless wiring harness on the truck.
This one's had a bit of a wiring nightmare. Somebody's added wiring, cut wiring, spliced wiring, shorted out and burned everything up in the dash. So, and burn everything up out here. So we're going to get rid of all this rat's nest and make it look presentable again. And we got the 27 circuit harness, because at a later date he wants to put air conditioning on this thing and he wants to do some upgrades because he plans on keeping it, driving it. So I told him we'd go ahead and go with the 27 circuit. That way we'd have enough circuits for the whole 9 yards. Because it's easier to do more than it is to do less and have to do more later and wind it back in the same situation you're in now. So let me get some tools and we'll get on it.
What you got there?
It's our wiring harness. Part number 20205, 27 circuit for 1973 to 87 Chevrolet pick-em-up truck.
Okay.
Or GMC pick-em-up truck. Fuel sensor. That's if you want to put braids on your wires. They send you two samples of two different wire coverings. That one's shiny. Got coarse braids in it. That one there is flat black and it's got fine braids in it. We're not going that route.
You just order that from them if you want it?
Yeah, that comes from Painless. All of your Painless wiring harness comes with all of your ends for your fans and your blower motors and your headlights and your tail lights. And it comes with that, hooks up your turn signal and your initial switch under your GM steering column. That's your blower motor for the fan. Like I said, this truck don't have air conditioning, so several of these wires that we're not going to use. And also there's supposed to be a fuse block up on the firewall up there to where your constant power goes to, and it's got a little strap on it. And as you see, that one's gone. But we can work around that too. This here is all your chassis stuff that goes under the hood. And that's your bulkhead. So this is going to be to your alternator and your starter and your tail lights, reverse lights, alternator, headlights, anything under the hood, anything forward of the firewall. And this here is for everything in the cab. And it's got the new style fuses in it. It's got your turn signal and your parking turn signal. So everything that you could need is right here in this one little bitty unit. And this bolts in the same place that your factory one did. So you use your original bulkhead so you don't have to cut no more holes in your firewall. And like I said, there again, there's straps. I always like to keep all my old hardware because you can buy these spades in an assortment. Amazon sells them, anybody sells them. And if you have a headlight on one of your other projects that happens to be burnt out, just like we got one on a 69 Camaro over there, then I can take the parts that's scrapped off of this unit and put back on the Camaro and just go buy these spades in the assortment and use the same plastic piece, because the plastic's burnt on that one. So use the same plastic piece and either put those spades back in it if they're not damaged, or either just go buy new spades. But that's the short of the long of the situation. Get through here and decipher through all this. And it comes with your fuse link. That's what I was talking about that goes up on the firewall. That replaces the factory one. But since we don't have the bracket, well, I got another truck out back. So yeah, I'll rob him a bracket and put him on there. But that's the new fuse link for that. But it comes with naked slugs or coated slugs. That way you can put your heat shrink over them. Or either those there, you don't heat shrink them, you just crimp them and they are what they are. And there's your heat shrink. So
everything you need in one box.
Everything you need in one box. Like I said, thank you Painless Wire and Harness. Thank you Summit for your help. Yeah, we're gonna get this thing started working. But on each wire it's told what it goes to. That's the reason I'm wearing my glasses, because age has done called it with me. But see that right there, it says to dome light ground. So each one of them tells you. You're self-explanatory. So as long as you can read, you can install this thing.
And if not, just do color by number.
Yeah. Yeah, because they got the book, and 99% of the time, majority of these harnesses use the same color wires that the factory did. So if you got a orange wire, normally your white wire is your grounds, and your blues are your constant feeds, and your blues are your stagnant feeds, your oranges are your constant feeds. So it's pretty self-explanatory. And then green and yellow, that's your turn signals. And the only difference in the green and yellow in the front and the green and yellow in the back, the green and the yellow in the front is only broken by the turn signal. The green and the yellow in the back is broke by the brake light. That way when you mash the brake, one light stays constant and one light flashes with the brake on. So if you get those two mixed up, then you do have problems, because then when you mash the brake, the front lights are going to light up and the back ones ain't going to work.
And the horn's going to blow.
And the horn's going to blow. And water's going to run out the tailpipe.
You're going to lose your blinker fluid.
Yeah. But anyhow, we'll get all the stuff unwrapped and laid out, and we'll bring you back here in just a few minutes. Give you a quick look at the red nest wiring harness under the hood here that we're fixing to straighten up. This is what it looks like beforehand. Then we'll take a picture of what it looks like after we get done. I got a cut off over here to cut the power off, I guess, when he parks it. But they've just got stuff, there's a white wire right here, I don't know what it goes to. But here's our new bulkhead, so we're going to go ahead and get working on it, get it installed, and we'll bring you back and show you what it looks like once we got it all situated.
Well, we're working on the wiring, and for those of you who think that wiring a radio up in your car is a pain, this wire has kind of gotten out of control here. There's wires everywhere. They keep going and going and going.
And there's still more to come.
That's scary.
But it looks more better than it did.
Yeah, we've still got this chunk in the box to install.
It's all fun and games till somebody loses an eye.
Good thing you got glasses on.
Then it's just fun.
Those aren't safety glasses though, but hey, they're glasses. We've got every color under the rainbow, and then some.
Yeah.
So what part are you working on now? I got them all connected for you. You just put them in the wire loom for me, right?
We're running the header panel wire here. It goes from headlight to headlight. So we'll have right
That's
in the
important.
Instead of just a built-in headlight. And tape up all these connections, that way the wire can't back out of the loom. Because as wires get hot, they do crawl around.
So what do you think about the painless wiring kit? Good setup?
Yeah. Everything's marked. The thing with these knockoff harnesses that you buy, I mean, this is not a paid promotional program or no shit like that.
No, we're not sponsored.
Painless wiring, but this is about the 10th
Quality.
or 12th wiring harness we put on. And I had a guy that had a 57 Chevrolet, and he bought one of them fit-all harnesses and brought it to me. Told him I didn't want to fool with it, but I went ahead and did it anyhow.
Hey y'all, today we are on a parts trip. We are headed to pick up a wiring harness for the steering column of the 75 Chevy that we're working on. So we're going down this beautiful empty road here.
Heavy traffic. Heavy traffic.
It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and no matter what time we come down this road, it's always pretty empty. So this is one of our favorite roads.
We just followed somebody from Michigan, so y'all go back home. Don't move up here.
Yeah, they were going like 20 miles an hour, and then 55, and then back to 20, and they didn't know what to do.
They're looking for land. No land for sale.
As the fall season gets closer, this is a nice road to cruise down and see all the leaves, and all the leaves are usually laying in the middle of the road because there's no traffic.
And this is the main highway. This is not a back road.
So we're going to head on toward Crossville and pick up our parts. Alright, we have made it to Advanced Auto Parts. They ordered the wire harness we needed, so we're going to get it picked up. Head on back to the shop. Well, we just, like I said, pulled up to Advance, and check out what just pulled up in here too. Cool looking Impala. The gold spokes on it. Sweet looking ride. Got several cars pulling in here. There goes another Impala. They may be heading over to Pigeon Forge for the fall rod run this weekend. Alright, right here we've got the old fuse panel and wiring harness that we took off the truck. This one is the brand new one. Well, if I can get the camera down here to it, this is the brand new one. So we're working on getting that all situated, and I'll show you the harness that we got today from Advance. So while we are replacing the wiring harness on the truck, we're going to go ahead and remove the steering wheel and replace the blinker switch harness because of the burnt and chafed wiring that's originally here in the truck. So we're not going to leave it like that. We're going to replace everything with new wiring. We picked up this blinker switch today from Advanced Auto, part number SAA4566. So we're going to go ahead and get, like I said, the steering wheel removed, get this new part installed, and finish the wiring on the truck.
Alright, we'll pull the steering wheel off of this here unit. There's one screw that holds the blinker switch arm on. And there's 3 screws that holds the blinker switch itself in. And since we're doing this, might as well do it right. Because it'd be bad to burn up a brand new $700 wiring harness. And when you install your harness, it's recommended to hook it up to a battery charger to test it. That way, if anything is shorted out or whatever, it'll trip the battery charger. But if you hook it straight back up to the battery, whatever wire, oh, I forgot to turn the parking light switch. Whatever wires are grounded or not right, is going to burn up in the wiring harness. A little bit cantankerous, but it ain't that bad. You gotta take the cradle off. It's on the steering column. It bolts it to the dash. The ignition rod runs down the top of the column. You can see where somebody's already tried to break into this one. Chinese magnet about knocked me in the head. Take that there off. See how long are 4 half-inch screws. And you just pull this straight up to the steering column. It's running along in this. Sometimes you can take and slide that up steering wheel with it. In this particular case, it ain't gonna work.
Ta-da!
But you can see right there where this one has got warm.
That's not good at all.
No.
All the
And
way
you got
up.
warm all up in the column. But we're going to fix that now. But anyhow, you take your new wiring harness and you fold it towards the short side, like so. And you make sure you turn it with that's your horn button. So you make sure you turn it with your horn button up. You stick it right back down to the steering column. And it pops up like nothing ever happened. Line everything up, and this is how you take your ignition switch out too. If you have a faulty ignition switch, you have to take your blinker switch out, and there's a screw right there. And you undo that screw, Phillips head screw, and it releases your ignition switch. Just in case you didn't know. We reached 700 subscribers. We thank everybody for subscribing.
Yes, we cannot believe it. Finally 700. Thank all of y'all so much. And thank you for watching.
Maybe you learned something. Maybe you just like to be bored to sleep. Who knows? We got a couple other videos coming down the pipeline, but just being sick kind of put a halt on everything. You've seen the Auto Metal Direct video.
There wasn't much to it, but we figured we'd show y'all their cool display.
We finally got the parts for the Camaro.
That's just where the replacement one came from. And it looks like it's going to be a good fit, so that's all that matters. That we got a quality part.
There's a bunch of stuff you buy. Well, from experience, when we had the side-by-sides, it all comes from across the water over there somewhere. Alright, we'll get this buttoned up and we'll bring you back for some follow-up.
Okay, we have got the painless wiring harness completed in the dash, and we had already put the blinker switch wiring harness there. Got that all put back together. So before we put the instrument cluster on there, thought we would show you the wiring here in the dash. Everything's new now, so all those burnt wires are no longer there. So we'll bring y'all back when we get finished. Well, we showed y'all the new wiring underneath the hood, so we're gonna let y'all be here with us when we test out the lights to make sure everything is on and everything's working. So go ahead and turn them on. Got headlights, parking lights. And we've got blinkers on the driver's side. Blinkers on the passenger side. And the cab lights, or chicken lights we call them, they're all working, all on. So I guess I'll go check out the tail lights and brake lights now. Make sure everything back here is on and working. Okay, driver's side's good. Passenger's good. We got brake lights. Driver side blinker. And passenger side blinker. Even got a tag light on. One tag light's out back here on the passenger side, but that's no huge deal. We got one working.
You gotta put a bulb in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've put how much money in bulbs in this thing, and then he said he wanted to change the LEDs.
Well, they're working when they leave from here. So we did our part. Oh, there you go. It came on for a second.
He just lost his ground.
Okay, well that means all the lights are on.
We learned the hard way up here in Tennessee that there is a rust infestation. Oh, and we put a trailer light wire down here. We also installed one in the bed. And then he's got lights that goes in the back here. So I installed him a hot wire that will unplug. It's just a 2-wire plug. And it comes apart, so whatever he hooks to it, he can unplug to keep it from shorting anything out. So everything has got wire loom on it. Ground insulators on him. Heat shrink on it, and it's ready to ride. I'm just gonna knock all the spider webs out my phone. I got 2 wires under the back of it that I don't know what he's got it ran to, so I'm leaving them alone. And we got interior lights. This truck did not come with interior lights. So I went and bought the 2 neutral switches. And all they are is ground switches. So now it's got interior lights.
Fancy.
So.
And this right here is the pile of
menagerie that come out
wire.
of the truck.
That's all the old wiring. So out with the old and in with the new.
So we appreciate you watching. Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend. Tell a pet. Tell anybody. Comment. It helps the narrative on the channel, or whatever they call that. I'm not into...
The analytics.
Yeah, something like that. I got an Antalinda, but I don't have no Antalintic. But anyhow. Yeah. Make a comment, even if it's a crazy one. Even if it's a hateful one. I don't care. Just comment something. I can ignore the people who's hateful and acknowledge the ones who's nice. But we appreciate you watching. Sorry been a minute since we put out a video. We've had some health issues, but anyhow, this one's out the door and we're on to the next episode. So hit that subscribe button. See you on the next one.
Thanks for watching.